Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk to you guys about conceal carry. Conceal carry is a very controversial topic. There's people on both sides. Some say that we should be able to carry, some say you shouldn't be able to carry. Now, I'm sure they all have valid points, but in the world we live in where things can go wrong, I personally just feel safer carrying a firearm to protect me and my family. Now, I only say that because if we lived in a perfect world where we didn't need that, I wouldn't carry it, right? It's not something I would carry. It's not, someone shouldn't enjoy carrying these things because they're heavy, right? They're heavy, they take up space, they look weird in your pants sometimes. So it's not ideal, but in the world we live in, sometimes you do need to defend yourself. And recently, I was watching a documentary about concealed carry in Texas, and I really wasn't aware of this until I saw that documentary. And I'll share with you. I didn't know that Texas had very strict gun laws because in the years that I've been around, I've always seen them has have very lenient gun laws, and I always assumed like that was Texas was always like that. It's like the Wild Wild West, right? With the revolvers and all that. But I didn't know they had very strict gun laws, and I think in the early '90s that changed when they had a shooting in a cafeteria. I think since then the laws have been changed where people can carry concealed and whatnot. Um, and I do think that's important because there's people that like to break the laws and are on the other side that have guns, and guns are a way to kind of, they're the equalizer, right? If someone has a gun and you don't, you're already in a bad position, right? They say don't bring a knife to a gunfight, right? Or don't bring a rock in a knife fight. So if you have something and like a firearm and you're responsible with it, I don't I don't think that's a bad thing because of the situation, right? Of the situation, as far as like you want to, like if you're ever in a bad situation, you want things to be equal. At least I do. And for that reason, I wanted to talk about concealed carry, and that documentary I just mentioned really kind of, it made sense. It made a lot of sense, and I still get the argument on both sides. I will say if you have a safety tool such as one of these, like you should be very responsible with it. As they say, like with great power comes great responsibility. So these tools are very powerful. If you go in a war zone, or if you go even in a range, if you ever hurt someone shooting one of these rifles, like you will instantly know that these things are very powerful and lethal. So they're not, these are not toys at the end of the day, right? And I do think that I feel like a lot of the gun manufacturers and the way these things are kind of marketed these days, they're kind of becoming a toy, especially on YouTube. There's so many people talking about them in ways where it's not really safety related. But I think whenever these firearms are talked about, they should be in terms of safety, and you should train so you can become a safer user and so forth. So I don't know where I was going with that, but I'm gonna come back to concealed carries. Now this is a handgun in 380. So that's another topic of conversation, right? 380 versus 9 mil versus 45. Like, what should you really carry? Now, personally, I know myself. I'm not gonna carry something that's pretty hefty. It'll make me feel uncomfortable, and I know at the end of the day I wouldn't do it as often as I should. So for that reason I chose a 380, which is, its lethality is it's there, and with the size it's just a lot easier for me to conceal carry. So whatever your choice is, Like I respect that. But I wanted to quickly talk about the one that I carry, and kind of basically talk about, like, I get either side of the conversation, right? Like I get some people are against it, some people are for it. I just think when we live in a world where some of the people that are doing wrong things have it, I'd rather have one just to keep the playing field equal. So that's my take on it. If you guys have any questions, do let me know. Let me know what you guys carry, whether you carry anything. A lot of people don't carry anything, and that's totally fine. Some people carry pepper spray. That's effective too, honestly. Some people carry a taser, very effective. And some people carry handguns, very effective. Some people carry rifles, extremely effective. So do let me know what you guys carry, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.